All right, we're fortunate to have CAA Commissioner and the pride of Abington, Massachusetts, Joe D'Antonio, on for a couple minutes. Joe, thanks so much for taking time. I know you're out in Wichita for the UNCW Texas Tech game on Thursday, so thanks for taking time out.
Les, it's great to be with you. Thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
All righty. Well, let's get right into it. You know, you're a one bid league, and UNCW took down a very heavily underdog Delaware team. Everyone was thinking it was going to be UNCW and Towson, who won the conference during the regular season. Your take on the conference and Delaware's surprising march to a championship game?
Well, Delaware showed everyone around the country that when you get to March, really anything can happen. They had and I know to their standards, had a bit of a lackluster regular season, certainly not where they wanted to be, but had a very talented team. And they showed that, obviously, in the tournament. And they showed what can happen when a team gets hot. And momentum is a real thing. And we saw that play out right before our eyes as they made the march all the way to the championship game. Give a lot of credit to UNCW. They had an exceptional season. They're extremely well coached. And they were able to do what they needed to do to win and get that bid, and we're dancing here in Wichita.
All right, so let's talk about that big game. You guys seeded 14, playing against the Big 12, which I think came in second in the Power Conference rankings, behind only the SEC, which I think got 14 teams in a record. At this point, you're playing Texas Tech, well-coached team, a lot of athletic guys, big team led by Toppin, the transfer from New Mexico. What do you guys and listen? What are you guys thinking? I mean, do we have a shot at this? It's going to be an upset. Let's put it this way: you're going to be on some of the upset brackets of 14 versus 3. But give me your take on the game.
Well, first of all, you always have a chance to win the game, and we appreciative of the fact that we're at the 14 seed line. We thought we could have been a 13 or a 14, depending on who made it from our conference, and where the committee looked at us, but. It's nice to be able to stay out of the 15 and the 16. Your percentages certainly go higher as you get up into the 14 and 13 of being able to win these games. And, I feel really good about what UNCW brings to the table. First of all, they're extremely well coached. They have an incredible amount of respect for Coach Siddle and how he goes about his day-to-day business. He's a great guy to talk to, number one. He cares about his kids, number two. Not only on the basketball court, but off the basketball court. He cares about them as people, not just players. And he's just a great coach. He's a great X's and O's coach, strategy coach. So, certainly would stack him up against anyone in the country in terms of being somebody that can come into this game and win it. And then, I just like UNCW's style of play. They shoot the three really well. I love the big guy in the middle, Harlan. I love him. He's a guy that, when he gets going, especially on the glass, can be dominating. And I was at a few of their games this year, and the games that I saw, he's somebody that can take over. And not necessarily take over with points less, but he's just a presence. He's a presence down low. He can move people around, and he's not afraid to do the dirty work and rebound. And a lot of times when you get into some of these games, offensive rebound here, a defensive rebound there, those can make all the difference in the world.
Well, he has length. There's no doubt about it. And you're right. He's very good off the both offensive and defensive glass. He could present some problems for Texas Tech, who likes to pound it inside sometime to Toppin. And listen, he could alter a few shots. And the way I look at it, Joe, we talked, anybody can win this thing. If UNCW is within 6 or 7 points with 5 minutes to go in this game, I think it's a toss-up, because I think what happens is a lot of times, and Coach Martelli, who's on the show tonight, will say this as well, is that the teams that are favored kind of tighten up a little bit. Everyone's expecting them to win the game, and all of a sudden it's a 1 or 2 position game with 3 minutes to go, and boy, things start to tighten up a little bit, and you lose that freewheeling style. And UNCW is really, no one's really expecting them to make a big run here, right? And at 14, 15, 16 seeds, they got nothing to lose, so let's just play it out, right?
We have nothing to lose. Let leave it all on the table and let's go after it. I'm with you 100%.
And if they somehow pull this off, I really like the next matchup, because you're playing a 6 versus 11 Missouri, who I thought was a mid-level SEC team, against the Missouri Valley Conference winners Drake. I know a good team. Their coach went to West Virginia, but I really think that UNCW matches up really well with those two teams. So if they can somehow shock the Red Raiders, I'm liking a Sweet 16. Would that be something for the conference, Joe?
Well, that would be instant fame, basically. I mean, when you get it, if you're a Cinderella and you're in that round of 16, it's amazing how things begin to snowball really, really fast from a media standpoint. So that would be certainly exciting for the CAA and really exciting for the folks at UNCW. We'd like nothing more than to see that happen.
I'll tell you one thing, you'd be going on a lot bigger shows than me. I'm sure McAfee would grab you. He'd be like, Joe, less who? I don't know. I don't have time for you anymore. We wish you the best of luck, you and UNCW, in your match against Texas Tech this week. I'm hoping you guys pull this upset, and I'm hoping you go on to the Sweet 16, and you have to make a promise. I'm holding you on the spot right now. If you guys make the Sweet 16, you got to come on before that game.
Oh, 100%.
All right.
100%.
Listen, Joe, enjoy Wichita. Be safe. Grab a nice steak dinner, and we will talk to you down the line. Thanks so much.
Les, I love the show. Appreciate you having me on. Happy to be with you anytime. You know that. Thank you.
Joe D'Antonio, CAA Commissioner.